What you want now?
Hey guys, and welcome back to Top Hookah. This is one half. This is John here. I'm going to show you guys how to pack an Egyptian clay bowl with Fakher. But before you start, this is firstly what you're going to need. You're going to need your Egyptian clay bowl, looking all cool and nice and shiny. You're going to need a dart, or you can use a thumbtack or needle, or you could even use a toothpick if you want. You're going to need some tongs. If you have one of these, it'll be great. Scissors, depending on if you want to cut up your shisha or not. And today I'm going to show you guys how to pack Fakher blueberry with mint. So first we're going to start with the Fakher mint, because that is what's going to go on the bottom. So you're going to get your package out, and you could take out however much you want. It really honestly doesn't matter how much you guys want to put in there. I'm just taking it all out because I'm going to cut it up right now. You want to cut it up, make it real fine. You don't have to cut it up. Some prefer really leafy cut. I like mine really fine. I really think that Fakher smokes a lot better when it's chopped up really fine. So you got your mint. It's all cut up. We're going to start packing that right away. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a chunk, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sprinkle it all in there. You don't want to let it fall in clumps and all clumpy and chunky, because then it's going to burn uneven, or it'll just burn one layer on top and it's going to taste really bad after a while. So you want to do a good job of making sure it's all fluffing in there and falling in there really nice. So when the coals get on top, all the heat can move through it really well. So we're almost done there. And you'll be surprised, the clay bowl, it really doesn't take that much shisha, so you really don't want to put that much in there, because you do want it to be separated from the foil a little bit. So that's what it looks like with the mint in there. Honestly, it's really not a lot in there. I know it looks like over the rim, but that's just because it's fluffed very well. So now you're going to get your Fakher blueberry. Let's put that to the side. Now, I like my flavors that are mixed with mint barely mixed with any other flavor when I'm mixing with mint. I don't like to put too much of another flavor with mint, because I really want that cooling, nice minty tone to my flavor. Blueberry is a very strong flavor, and for me it's always burned a little bit or cooked a little bit hot. So this is how much I'm literally using a blueberry. That's going to go on top of the mint. And we're going to keep in mind that we want to keep it fluffed still. So you're just going to let it all fall into there. Oh, that's a big stem. I'll take that out because I don't like them. So, putting the blueberry on top of the mint. So it's going to be really minty. But you're going to get that hint of blueberry. I'm actually going to grab a little bit more. And I'm not even going to cut this up, because this bowl can use a little bit more. Alright, so this is what my bowl looks like. It's a little bit of an overpack looking right now, but it's not going to stay too fluffy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumbs and I'm just going to gently push it down into the bowl. You don't want to squish it in there. You don't want to mash it in there as hard as you can. You just want it so the foil is not going to touch it, and it's going to sit below the rim. So now you can see it's not sitting above the rim. The foil can go over it. But I'm going to teach you guys a really cool trick so you can have a smooth draw when you're smoking from your hookah. Because this right here, it doesn't look like it's going to breathe very well. So the draw is going to be tight. So what you can do is you can take your finger and you can make a hole right in the center. And that unclogs the first hole. So you got your first hole there. So I'm going to show you how to make a really smooth drawing hookah, because I do not like to smoke a hookah that makes my chest tight. So with this poker on the tongs that come, what I like to do is I like to go in and find all of the holes individually. See, there's one right there. I know this one's right there because I do this all the time. You just want to find all the holes. And trust me, like, it's not going to taste like coal now that these holes are exposed. I do this every time. So now all the holes are exposed, and that's awesome because as soon as I put this foil on, I know that all the shisha is not going to be clogged up in these holes. And when you take your foil off after the session is done, you're going to actually be able to still see those holes there and everything burn all the way down to the bottom. So now you're going to take your foil, and I'm going to show you my hole pattern because this is just what I've been doing, but everyone has their own preference, so you don't have to use my hole pattern. But I'm going to show you exactly why I use my hole pattern. My hole pattern is specifically designed for the way I poke my holes, because when I get down to my last few holes, the holes that I poke are going to be directly over those holes that I poked inside of the bowl for a better smooth draw. So, just about done. Stick with me, guys. I like to rip a little bit of the foil off because it looks ugly on the bowl. So, from right there, you got your foil. You're going to start in the center. Going to come all the way up. So you got your straight line, just like that. Then you're going to come over, and you're basically going to make a cross. So you got that like that. Then you're going to put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that's the layout, okay? That's what it's going to look like at first. Then I do 3 on each one. 2, 2, 2. And then these last ones right here that I'm poking in this little space, that's actually where the hole is that I actually poked in. So that's my hole pattern. And that is how you pack an Egyptian clay bowl without...
What you want now?